Shabbat Shalom. It's sunny now, but don't let that deceive you. It's about to not be sunny again, I think, right? I don't know. I mean, it tricked me for a second yesterday that it was sunny, but I had a few people already call me today saying that roads were closed on their way, and so they're not coming in, and they're sorry about that. But I told them, please turn around, go home. We'll see you next week. Because you got to save up for next week. Next week's going to be our awesome Purim celebration. I can't wait for that. That's going to be good. We're almost done with our... Helene said we should call it, Let the Farce Be With You. That there are some congregations, other congregations are doing Star Wars parodies. I like ours better. What do we call it? We called it Return of the Jew Guy. And we called it The Purim Strikes Back. I like that too. And it is really clever. The kids are doing this one, and it's just really, really clever. So I hope you come next Friday. If you don't come Friday, then you'll be here hopefully for the carnival on Sunday, 10:30 to 1, and lunch for the grown-ups and the kids and everybody. And hopefully we'll show it again then, but I'm not going to be here for the carnival, I'm sorry to say. I will be in Florida officiating at a wedding. I'm looking forward to that a little bit, a lot. I still don't have anything to wear. I'm not looking forward to that part, but I'm looking forward to coming. So this is supposed to be a fun Shabbat. It's supposed to be Simcha Shabbat, which means a joyous Shabbat. That's right, Briella. She's already joyous. And she had a birthday in March, so we're blessing her this week, right? It was March. Yeah, that's right. So I kept wishing her happy birthday early. But a whole bunch of us have birthdays in March, and so we'll be celebrating that. I have to tell you that the women's room, the big one, the lounge one, is off limits tonight. If you need a bathroom, please use the bathrooms that are closer. The women's room is off limits because there's a wedding tomorrow, so they started putting their stuff in there, so no peeking even. So, but it's supposed to be Simcha Shabbat, but it's not that joyous for everybody. There are a lot of people who are having floods or near floods, and I'm glad to see as many of you out, except it's making me nervous. We'll try to finish early enough to get home before it gets dark. And I'll say this many, many times, remember to change your clocks tomorrow night. So before we start, and I don't know how many of you had your worlds totally disrupted this week, but many of us did. They closed school, we closed the office for days. Yeah, I was totally disoriented, and still am, about what day we actually are and what time and whatever. So it doesn't help that we're changing our clocks tomorrow either. But I do need a deep breath. So I invite you to take a deep breath. Let it out. Then try again. Deep breath, deep breath. And let out the deep breath. And keep breathing. See, like Briella was just doing the deep breathing. Deep breathing, everybody, because that's how we relax. It's one of the ways that we relax is deep breathing. Another is we're going to sing together and worship together and just being together. And later on, I've got one other way to maybe help us feel better. But first, I'm going to invite Susie and Artis up to please help us light the candles. We're doing service 2 that talk about how we're in this together. On page 65, if you can stand and sit, please rise on page 65.
As these candles give light to all who behold them, so may we give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav b'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the lights of Shabbat. Let there be joy.
Let there be light.
Let there be peace.
Let there be Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam. אשר קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו להדליק נר של Shabbat. We now turn to pages 167 and 166 for the Kiddush, the sanctification of Shabbat.
Bakatah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei haragafen.
Amen.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You call us to holiness with the mitzvah of Shabbat, the sign of your love, a reminder of your creative work and of our liberation from Egyptian bondage. Our day of days, on Shabbat especially, we hearken to your call to serve you as a holy people. We praise you, O God, for the holiness of Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen.
L'chaim. There wasn't enough to share, Susie, sorry. We only put it together. You may be seated. Please say Shabbat Shalom to somebody that came in with you.
Good Shabbos.
And somebody that you came in with, and somebody you didn't come in with. Shabbat Shalom. And we turn back to page 66, where we welcome the Sabbath bride. Shirley's already here. Last time she was almost our Sabbath bride, if you remember. There is a tradition that the last verse you would stand up and look and welcome the bride. We like staying seated. It's Shabbat after all. We want to rest. So I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying that's what we do. But I'm just saying if you watch, you'll never know who's coming in. Ready? Get set? Watch. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו תפארת לתפילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Zoe, I wish you came in like 30 seconds later and you would have been our Sabbath bride. It was so close. That was so close. We continue on page 67. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness and of the impulse within us for justice and mercy, we pray that this hour of worship may be one of vision and inspiration. Help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. In search and in need. All who bring to this place the offering of their hearts. May our worship here lead us to fulfill our words and intentions with acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Amen.
We have come together to strengthen our bonds with our people Israel. Like Jews of generations past, we celebrate the grandeur of creation. Like Jews of every age, we echo our people's ancient call for justice.
Our celebration is a sharing of memory and hope.
We are Jews, but each of us is unique. We stand apart and alone with differing feelings and insights. And yet we are not entirely alone and separate, for we are children of one people and one heritage.
Our celebration unites many separate selves into a single chorus.
And we are one in search of life's meaning. All of us know despair and exaltation. All bear burdens. All have moments of weakness and times of strength. All sing songs of sorrow and love.
May our celebration bring us strength along our way.
In this circle of hope, in the presence of the sacred, may the heart come to know itself and its best, finding a fresh impulse to love the good.
Lead us to work for the good. And may this Shabbat give strength to us and to our people Israel.
Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. It is good for us to be here together. Many are the generations of Israel, and in every age we have sought the living God through Sabbath rest and worship. This time and place hold the power to increase our joy in the eternal. O God, even as we seek you in the sanctuary, help us to know that your glory fills all space. Make us understand that you are with us at all times, if we but open our minds to you.
We feel the presence of your Spirit in our homes and on our ways. We see the beauty of your creation in mountain, sea, and sky, and in the human form. We hear you in the silence of our own hearts, speaking the truths the heart knows.
May we be your witness to the world, your messenger to all the earth.
May we show forth your image within us, the divine spark that makes us human.
יתגדל והתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
בעלמא דברה חירותה וימליך מלכותה. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעלמין כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. As day departs, as the dark of night descends, we lift our eyes to the heavens. In awe and wonder, our hearts cry out.
Eternal God, how majestic is your name in all the earth.
A vast universe. Who can know it? What mind can fathom it? We look out to the endless suns and ask, what are we? What are our dreams and our hopes? What are we that you should be mindful of us? What are we that you should care for us?
And yet within us abides a measure of your spirit. You are remote, but oh how near, ordering the stars in the vast solitudes of the dark, yet whispering in our minds that you are closer than the air we breathe. For you have made us little less than divine and crowned us with glory and honor. With love and awe we turn to you, and in the dark of evening we seek the light of your presence.
One and only God, you have made each of us unique and formed us to be united in one family of life. Be with us, Eternal One, as we seek to unite our lives with your power and your love.
We proclaim now your oneness and our own hope for unity. We acclaim your creative power in the universe and in ourselves, the law that binds world to world and heart to heart.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand, and let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness, a world waiting still to be redeemed, give us, O source of good, the courage to say, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and your love.
From Egypt, the house of bondage, we were delivered. At Sinai, amid peals of thunder, we bound ourselves to your purpose. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, we survived oppression and exile, time and again overcoming the forces that would have destroyed us.
Our failings are many, our faults are great, yet it has been our glory to bear witness to our God and to keep alive in dark ages the vision of a world redeemed.
May this vision never fade. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we sing with one accord, as Moses, Miriam, and Israel sang at the shores of the sea.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele, malchutecha ra'u vanecha, bokeh hayam לפני משה צלינו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
I think this is appropriate for us this week to say, who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, doing wonders? In their escape from the sea, your children saw your sovereign might displayed. This is my God, they cried. The Eternal will reign forever and ever. And it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will.
We praise you, guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world.
O God of Israel, may our worship on this day help us to grow in loyalty to our covenant with you and to the way of life it demands, the way of gentleness and justice, the path of truth and of peace. Vishameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם, עוד היא לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. Please rise for the tefillah, which begins on page 76. Tickle, tickle. Sip, sip. Adonai, Sefer Tifta, Ufi Agita Hilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov,
Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Velohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor V'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Hasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Gola Le'Venehem, Le'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah.
Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good.
You are the source of life and blessing.
Help us to choose life for ourselves and our children.
You are the support of the falling.
Help us to lift up the fallen.
You are the author of freedom.
Help us to free the captive.
You are our hope, in death as in life.
Help us to keep faith with those who sleep in the dust.
Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good.
You are holy, kadosh. Your name is kadosh, holy. And those who strive to be kadoshim, holy, declare your glory day by day. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. We praise you, Eternal One, the holy God.
Here we go. Hang on. Okay. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, korei oneg Shabbat, al mekarshe, mekarshe shevi Shabbat, kulam yismechu, ve'itanigu mituvecha Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat, ve'ashivi ratzita bo v'kidashto Shabbat, chemdat yamim, oto kaharat Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat, zecher lemase v'reshit Shabbat, zecher lemase v'reshit Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat.
God of Israel, may our worship on this Sabbath bring us near to all that is high and holy.
May it bind the generations in bonds of love and sharing, and unite us with our people in common hope and faith.
And through Sabbath rest and worship, may we learn to find fulfillment and joy in the vision of peace for all the world. You are with us in our prayer, in our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble and pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Eternal source of good, we give thanks for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of the senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Teach us, God of wonders, to work for a just and compassionate society, where
where
all may share
your
your
gifts
in
in
the
the
joy
joy
of freedom.
of freedom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol ha-shalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol ha-shalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ve'tov be'enecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol ein ubechol shah bishlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
We're going to need a moment to allow us to say the prayers that are in our hearts, our individual prayers. We take a moment of silence.
Yihu l'ratzon, may the words of my mouth
Himrei fi v'hegyon libi
and the meditations of my heart
lefanecha
be acceptable to you.
lefanecha
Be acceptable to you.
Adonai tzuri
Adonai,
tzuri v'gohali
my rock and my redeemer.
Adonai tzuri
God, my rock and redeemer.
Pray as if everything depended on you. Act as if everything, pray as if everything depended on God. But act as if everything depended on you. I feel like that's like the best advice that we can get this week. How many people here have floods, at least in your yard? Did you see floods on the streets, floods in your yard? Some people have floods in their houses here, or are about to, or pray that we're not having it, and we still don't know, we're not done yet. This is ridiculous. It's scary. And I want us to know, part of the reason I took this service to use is that it inspires me to know that we're in this together, that we're all here to help each other. Donald helped me. I left this cute little thing on my desk. I was carrying it around all day. I printed it home. I remembered it here. One of the ways that we have of coping is working together, is knowing that we're not alone. Another of the ways that we have of coping is remembering to breathe when things get very anxious. But another way that we have, believe it or not, of coping is to be able to smile a little bit. That even when things get bad, sometimes you've got to smile. Even a laugh helps. Endorphins are good things. You know, there's all the guidelines about how it takes more muscles to frown than it does to laugh and smile, and so you smile and fewer wrinkles. They're better smile wrinkles than the frown wrinkles, all that good stuff. Somebody may not be happy that I do this, but I picked today, I feel like, one of the ways that I wanted to inspire us to work together is, I don't know if you've seen these. A few years ago, the guy wrote the book about everything I needed to know I learned in kindergarten. You remember those guidelines? You know, about like take a nap and share and play fair, and it's okay to not draw in the lines, I don't remember. But someone, after that, people started writing other ones that were similar. And someone wrote one about the things that we learned from Noah's Ark. And I hope you don't think this is in bad taste about learning about Noah's Ark, but I have a good reason to do this. First of all, it's sunny. It's not 40 days and 40 nights. Last year, at around this time, we had floods like this, something like this, at least where I was. I wasn't living in my house at the time. I was across the street in that rental house. The backyard was a lake. We woke up one morning and there were earthworms in my kitchen, and the kitchen was on the second floor. I mean, I'm not kidding you. It was really flooded last year. And sometimes the only way you're going to get through this is by laughing a little bit. And so I share some of these insights with you, and I think you're going to appreciate some. So one of them is plan ahead, because it wasn't raining when Noah built the ark. Another is stay fit. When you're 600 years old, someone might ask you to do something really big. That's how old he was. Another is don't listen to critics. Just do what has to be done. This one is a little bit sad to me. It says build on high ground. Now, they're not talking just literally about the houses being built, although I've seen more than one person posting something about thank goodness for pier and beam houses. I didn't understand the point of them until now. My house is my house is flooding from the ceiling and the roof, not from the floor, so I'm thankful for that. But build on high ground isn't just about how you build your house. It's also trying to live in the highway. Another one is speed is not always an advantage. The cheetahs were on board, but so were the snails. If you can't fight or flee, float. That's an unfortunate, real thing right now, and sometimes we can't. And it's good to be able to float, figure out a way to do it. How about take care of your animals as if they were the last ones on earth? I spoke to a lot of people this week who were having concerns about their animals. There's one that I'm still stressed about. I don't remember who it was that I saw posted that said that they left, I think it was like in a news report, that they left and they brought a dog or a cat or something, but they left the hamster on top of the refrigerator. They put it in a safe place. I am really worried about that hamster, I have to tell you. It's not that I'm worried about the water wasn't going that high, but someone's got to feed it. I hope they left enough food for that. One of my favorites is don't forget we're all in the same boat. I mean, that's very, very true, and it doesn't matter. And it's one of those things, there was a story that I always want to tell about Yom Kippur time where, the guy, we're all in this lifeboat together, and some guy starts drilling a hole underneath him. And I'm like, what are you doing, man? We're going to drown. He says, hey, it's my part of the boat. What are you worried about? It's not your part of the boat. We're all in this together, and I think that that's really important. This one says, I don't like this one at all. I like the one about staying high. This one says, stay below deck during the storm. There's a point to that. If you're in an ark, it's different than if you're at home. Don't stay below deck if you're at home and the waters are floating. If you have to start over, it says, have a friend by your side. That's kind of one of my most important points about this, is that was what we're here for. I like this one. It says, remember that the woodpeckers on the inside are often a bigger threat than the storm outside. Now, we're not talking just about woodpeckers here, obviously, but sometimes, I know in my house right now, because of the flood that's coming from the leak by the furnace, I think it's affecting the way I'm breathing. I think that was something, mold something. I called some people. They haven't come to fix it yet. But I know that it's affecting me. The inside sometimes is worse than what's going on outside, even when it's raining. Obviously, don't miss the boat. No matter how bleak it looks, there's always a rainbow on the other side. I believe that. I think that if we looked outside today, we would have found it. One of my favorite ones, though, about how we have to work together, and this is the last one I have in this list. It says, remember that the ark was built by amateurs. The Titanic was built by professionals. Because sometimes we feel like we can't do this. Sometimes we feel like we're not good enough. Sometimes we feel like we're not strong enough. This stuff gets thrown at us, and it's deep stuff. And sometimes we feel like we don't know what to do. I woke up this morning where the smell of whatever was coming out of the closet. I mean, all day, all week, I'm like dumping buckets of what was coming from the ceiling. And I could smell this thing, and I was avoiding walking past the furnace so that I wasn't that close to the smell, but then it started penetrating like the vents in my bathroom and other places. And I woke up this morning saying, I need a grown-up. Where's my grown-up who knows what to do here? And I decided I could be the grown-up here. I could do this. But that's kind of part of it, is knowing that sometimes you need to ask for help, and knowing how to find the help, and knowing that we are all in this together. I think that that's part of what we learn from things like this. So a lot of people are worrying about us and caring about us and praying for us. If you need something, we are here to help. We really can, all of us. There's someone here who can help us in some way. And know that. And it's not just about high waters, obviously. There are a lot of storms that we go through in our lives. And there are a lot of ways of getting through them. But please don't think you have to get through it alone. Right, Donald? You didn't laugh as hard as I was hoping you would, so. Too soon?
Shabbat Shalom, y'all.
Shabbat Shalom.
Want to thank Susie and Artis for being our blessers today. And also congratulations to everybody who's celebrating a birthday or anniversary this month. I haven't been here for the last 2 weeks, and I was fortunate, and with the rain and all, I know I've heard from my family, and everybody's called they think we're floating away, and some of us are. And I can tell you that I know of some in this congregation that have had water up to their wazoo, up to the door frame. I'm not sure if anybody has really gotten damaged, but I hope not. But so far we've, I think, escaped a big one. We've been blessed, and everything's going well. Our house is dry, which is good. 2 weeks ago, we were lucky enough to spend the weekend with my youngest son, Alan, and Val, for his birthday. And then last weekend, we got to spend the weekend with our oldest son, Ben. And it's quite nice to be together with family and celebrate. Not only were we're in D.C. last weekend. My academy dermatology group had our annual meeting there, and Ben and his friend and Connie and I went out and we ate Ethiopian food. And if you've not tried that, I suggest everyone do it. It's a little different. You got to eat with your fingers, but it's tasty and it's good. And it's real. We ordered the spicy version, which is good. And I can appreciate the Ethiopian Jews that have escaped Ethiopia and now living in Israel. We were also fortunate enough to, and lucky enough, I guess, our daughter-in-law is Val. Her father is a dermatologist, you may know, and he was at the meeting, so we got to spend some time with our kids' in-laws. So things good. Things are bad, but things are good. So you got to look at the bright side. Tot Shabbat will be this Saturday, March the 12th, from 9 to 9:30. Then we also have a new interfaith family discussion this Sunday from 11 to 12. The rabbi will lead that discussion. At 1 o'clock, if you're not doing anything, we're making hamantaschen at 1 o'clock. Please come, join us. We're going to use our new kitchen, and I've been told that we don't have any bad smells now, which we did, so should be good. And then next Friday is our, as I mentioned, our Purim service, and please come in costume. And also keep your costume to wear for Sunday from 10:30 to 1 for the Purim Carnival. And once again, everyone's welcome, and we want you all to come and just support the kids. Donations were made to B'nai Zion for Pulpit Flowers in honor of the Rabbi's birthday by her mama, Sheila, and Dorothy Lobel, and we thank them. Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Okay, so it's funny that you say that we're doing this to support the kids, because the only ones who are obligated to do Purim are the adults and not the kids, so we got to do this. And remember, at our congregation, a costume can include wearing your favorite sports team colors. We're happy to see that. Or next week, Star Wars. Wear your favorite Star Wars costume. We know you've got one. No, I'm just kidding. You might have one. All right, we now have to celebrate people with birthdays or anniversaries in March. The chuppah is set up for the wedding tomorrow night, so we're going to use this as a chuppah because it's appropriate. I need 4 tall guys to come and hold this up. Or tall women, tall people. I think we got guys. And it's my birthday again this month. It's my birthday. I have got one more left out of my 3. Come on, Briella. She's walking. She can walk this time into the chuppah. You see? All right, you want to help me say this? Because we could say it to each other then. We can say, God of days and years, author of life, our times are in your hand. We thank you for the blessing of life and for all that enriches our lives. We gather today in special thankfulness to share in the happiness of all of us with birthdays or anniversaries in March. Be with us always as the joy of our life. May we be blessed with health and happiness, with the strength to overcome sickness and sorrow and high waters. May we have the joy of coming together for many more years, united by mutual reverence and love. Then will our lives be filled with abundance of blessing. I think we should sing in Hebrew. Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach. And we're going to do Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehecheanu, V'kiyamanu, V'higianu, Lazman hazeh. And if you're under 13, you got to come and help me and open the ark. Everybody's going to turn to page 148. Happy birthday, everybody.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
No, it's anniversary.
And it's your anniversary. Happy birthday. I need you. I think you're the only one, man. You ready? No, where's Zoe? Come here. I need you. Come on. I knew there was somebody else here. Everyone turn to page 148, please, and rise as the ark is open. Come on, guys. I need you to open that. Is it Girl Scout Shabbat? I got a badge for you for that. Did you know that? Open it, open it. Everybody's already standing and ready. Ready? Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. And on the opposite page we say, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד. When the ark is closed, you may be seated. Thank you. She gets a badge for coming to Shabbat services today. Did you know that? I got a Shabbat badge for her. Did you know Girl Scouts have Shabbat badges?
No.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Come on. We continue on page 151. Our sites showed no official military losses this week. Our sites showed no official firefighters lost this week. We had one in law enforcement who we lost, a trooper. Sean Cullen was struck and killed by a vehicle while assisting at the scene of a vehicle fire. He served in the New Jersey State Police for 2 years. He was 31 years old. But we also did have another loss this week in Israel. You may have heard about Taylor Force. He was 29 years old. He had already served in Afghanistan and Iraq, and he was now trying to pursue a master's degree at Vanderbilt. It was his first year in a master's degree program, and they went over to Israel, this Vanderbilt group, and as a graduate student. And he was there was a series of stabbings all day Tuesday. And he was out of all of the people that were stabbed and wounded, he's the only one who succumbed. 4 of the attackers were killed. There was one incident where an Orthodox man, who of course also served in the IDF and the Israeli Defense Force, he was protecting his family, and the attacker put a knife in his throat, slashed him in a few places. He turned around and pinned the guy, pulled the knife out of his throat, and got the guy. It was a very difficult week in Israel. It was kind of scary, and our prayers are with them all. May their memories be a blessing, and may we be forever grateful for the service that they have given, so we can live in a peaceful place. We continue on 151. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. The contemplation of death should plant within the soul elevation and peace. Above all, it should make us see things in their true light. For all things which seem foolish in the light of death are really foolish in themselves. To be annoyed because someone has slighted us or has been somewhat more successful in social distinctions, pulled himself somehow one rung higher up the ladder than ourselves, how ridiculous all this seems when we couple it with the thought of death. I suggest that it's obviously not just death I'm talking about. I think the houses that were flooded so far came from all kinds of social strata, and we realize what's important in this world. To pass each day simply and solely in the eager pursuit of money or fame, this also seems like living with shadows when one might take one's part with realities. Surely when death is at hand, we should desire to say, I have contributed my grain to the great store of the eternal. I have borne my part in the struggle for goodness. And let no man or woman suppose that the smallest social act of goodness is wasted for society at large. All our help, whatever it be, is needed. And though we know not the manner, the fruit of every faithful service is gathered in. Let the true and noble words of a great teacher ring in conclusion upon our ears. The growing good of the world is partly dependent on unhistoric acts, and that things are not so ill with you and me as they might have been is half owing to the number who lived faithfully a hidden life and rest in unvisited tombs. We continue on 153. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved one whom death has taken from us. We're remembering A.B. Worth. I promised the family that we would remember to say Kaddish for him during the Shloshim. And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom we're observing Yortzites this week include Carol Birchfield, Mabel Bodenheimer, Samuel Dreyfus, Sarah Greenberg, Julius Kahn, Sadie Katz, Charles Lipo, Ray Levy, Pauline Lipson, Solomon Meyer, David Miller, Dora Maurerman, Hugo Nagy, Benjamin Rambach, Minnie River, Hilda Roth, Bernice Kreisman-Schulwolf, Bernard Siegel, Harry Shenhouse, Henry Sauer Weissman Sr., and Hannah Cohen Weiss. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise as together we praise your name. The Kaddish is found on page 154. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach iruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayachon uv'yomechon, v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'zman kariv, v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei tekudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom imromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. You may be seated. See what happens when I miss 1 week of services? I forgot 3 important things already. One is that I didn't list, and it had become our tradition to list those who are still remembering their parents who died within the year. And those names include Mimi Hussey, Dr. Sidney Solomon Sletsky, Dr. Donald Rosen, Morris Somer, Dr. Lowry Vasca, Yvette Bell Somer, Val Gold, Anna Vinsky, Rhoda Gold, Marty Goldstein, and Arnie Ferrer. And I forgot to have us turn to the inside back cover of our prayer books. So I'm going to do this out of order. I'm going to make the Misha Berach be our closing song. And I'm going to first be grateful for the protection we get for those we say, Misha Berach avotenu v'imotenu. May the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we've entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve. May they return home safely, and let us say, Amen. We now turn to the inside back cover of our prayer books, and if you have people for whom you would like us to be saying prayers, I invite you to call their names out. We say together, O God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei Cholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. Strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We pray that those who have water encroaching upon their houses stay safe. I invite everybody who's under the age of 13 to please come up again and help me so that we can bless this and have some of that cake that we saw back there. Woot! Celebrate together. I love having a birthday. I get a million brownies and fudge from Margaret. I get birthday cake from my mom and from Dorothy. Hold that. Thank you. Oh, ready? Okay, do it. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'tavon. All right, take it. Grab some. Take half and half, I guess. Give some to your family. Take the whole thing to your family. There's more for everybody else. There are more for everybody else over there, the ones that don't have the kid fingers on it. Thank you for braving the waters to come worship with us and celebrate with us. Please rise for the closing benediction. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face be lifted up to you. May God grant you peace. Know that rain is not always a punishment, but sometimes it's a challenge that we get past. Shabbat shalom.